Should you consider Fosi Audio's brand new ZD3 DAC for your system when there's oceans of other offerings from the Chinese HiFi market at similar prices? Well, that's the task for today's video. I want you to have the information you need to make the right decision for you and your system. Let's get to it. Hello friends, and greetings from Audio Arkitekts. I'm Mike, and this channel is here to bring you the latest in audio video gear. If you're into stores like Crazy Eddie's, then you're in the right place, and you should take this moment to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you don't miss a thing. I had gotten used to items from Fosi, those ugly and boring purple boxes, just as unceremonious as it could come. Well, something changed. I opened the shipping box and noticed a black box. Well designed, clean, looks really good. I was surprised. They also sent me this rad t-shirt to celebrate their 7th anniversary. I can't believe it's been 7 years already. Also in the box was this super luxury wireless volume control knob. It's becoming apparent that Fosi hired the right person to completely redesign their packaging efforts, because this is night and day, guys. And this is before even looking inside these boxes. Let's cover the volume knob first to see what it's all about. Obviously inside the box, you get a USB cable to charge the unit. You have the option to connect this through the USB cable or using Bluetooth. I'd rather use Bluetooth to keep things wireless. This little puck is heavy. The exterior is made from a zinc alloy and it's cold to the touch. Solid, feels like luxury. The RGB light is a nice touch too. The clickiness of the volume attenuation is smooth and nice. This is cool. This is a cool thing, something that was well thought out. Now, let's dive into the main attraction. Just like other products we've seen from Fosi, this comes with the usual suspects in the box, like the power adapter, USB cable, remote control. I like that Fosi kept the same vibe and aesthetic as their ZD3 amp, which I thought was leaps and bounds beyond other amps in the market. It measured beautifully and sounded fantastic. These two look really good sitting side by side. Ever since they started this change in their exterior design, the orange, they've also improved what's under the hood as well. I've seen this evolution with their products since the first time I reviewed a piece of Fosi gear, which wasn't a great experience. However, Fosi listened. They listened to the consumers and the reviewers, and their team have changed so much about their products that the company is practically unrecognizable from that first experience I had. You know, I like knobs, right? All about that knob life. This is unfortunately something that Fosi could improve upon. The clickiness and smoothness of the knob just left much to be desired. It's just an endless turn that, there's really no need for that little dot since this thing never stops. Perhaps upgrading the attenuator a bit to give it a more luxe feel would not be a bad thing. But at the price point, there really isn't room to complain about something this trivial. Fosi included a remote that will help you move through your sources and control the volume. The remote itself is fairly generic aesthetically, but it does add to the functionality. This is a traditional DAC, so there really isn't anything about it that's extraterrestrial. You simply connect to your digital source like your CD player, music streamer, TV, or even your mobile phone, and it transitions that digital data to output to your amplifier. Simple. Now, two features I thought were worth taking a little bit of a closer look are the HDMI ARC back here to connect your TV directly to this DAC and output the sound to your speakers. Super convenient if you need this feature in your life. Now, the second feature I thought was out of place because of the price point are the XLR outputs. This is usually something saved for much more expensive components, so it's really nice to see this added to the ZD3's output stage. This makes things much easier when connecting to devices like my custom amplifier where XLR is the only option. Aside from that, everything else seems as it should be around the back. You get a few digital inputs. It works with USB-B, optical, and digital coax. Around the front, I like this little OLED screen. This is nice to see. I'm cut from the cloth where I like to see what's happening with my devices. I like screens to tell me the volume and input. So at least for me, this was a nice addition to make this a more attractive package. Let's not forget, companies like SMSL, Topping, FIO, they've all been at this a lot longer and have commanded this market for years now. So it's very cool to see Fosi enter this arena the right way. And what do I mean by the right way? Well, it looks like they're well prepared for this launch. They are entering this device at only $179.99, which is quite competitive considering the XLR outputs, newer DAC chip, and the OLED display. The DAC that is close for comparison would probably be the SMSL D6X at $199, which does feature the same DAC chip and a similar feature set minus the HDMI ARC. The SMSL does have a USB-C input, which I would say is better from a compatibility standpoint. The ZD3 is still using the age-old USB-B input. That would be, I think, my main gripe for this device. I'd give up the USB-B and HDMI ARC and just throw in the USB-C and call it a day. Oh, and the D6S can do MQA, which for most intents and purposes has very little to no value, at least for me. Moving back to the ZD3, it did come with a standard cheap power adapter. I'm neurotic, so I like using the HiFi power adapters because I believe in clean power, and I have seen firsthand what dirty power adds in distortion to a device. It's better to be safe than sorry, so I would upgrade the power adapter to something better. Now, Fosi did something I wasn't expecting. They included different op amps on the side here to help you try and explore the world of swapping op amps for different results. Now, this is something they just did for their pre-order unit, so it won't come standard after pre-order. And unfortunately, I think pre-order is like sold out. So this is a good way for people that like to swap out op amps to have something to work with. And it's a great way for the folks that are skeptical or on the fence of the whole thing to finally establish for themselves whether it's a real thing or not. Either way, no matter which camp you're in, this is a nice gesture from Fosi, and it's not a common thing. So thank you, Fosi, for hooking it up. I do have a video on op amp swapping in case you need a guide on how to get it done. I'll put it down below. This is a preamp and a DAC. However, if you want to just do a preamp, or I'm sorry, if you want to just do a DAC, there's a switch on the bottom that will allow you to set it to bypass, which will then just act as a DAC and lose the volume control functionality. The sound is the most important factor in whether to actually consider this device for your system, and it didn't disappoint. I was very happy with the sound quality. I felt like it stayed fairly flat and balanced, so it didn't really add anything to the sound, which is how it should be. It was very nice, natural, and rich sound. The bass response was good, and the mids and highs were smooth. Paired with the Fosi ZA3 amp, it was a killer combo. For $179, you can't, demand high-end results, but the results I received were very nice for the price. This is a device that I can definitely recommend to you since it carries so much value. It was a fun experience from unboxing that fresh new packaging to the trial process. This DAC just didn't disappoint. For the budget-minded, this is a no-brainer. I'm so glad Fosi has improved and evolved with every device they've launched since I began reviewing stuff for them a few years back. I'm excited to see what awaits us with future products and innovations from this company. All right, guys, I do have some big news. Big news, my friends. I'm getting married in 2 weeks, so I'm gonna take a little time off next month. I'm really excited. It's been crazy here with all that's been going on this past year, but I couldn't be happier with how everything is turning out. I'm marrying my best friend and joining a wonderful family, and I absolutely love my new father-in-law. He loves helping me on my clips I use to describe the like button at the end of my videos, which is awesome. It's super awesome. For those that, don't know, I did lose my dad to cancer in 2016. So having the support and love from my soon-to-be wife's family has been a breath of fresh air. I normally don't get this personal on my videos because I like separating my personal life from my video life. And I know most of you just want that instant answer and are here for the gear, not the guy. But I wanted to share this with the group of you who actually do care about me and the channel. It's a better way to get to know me and what I'm all about. So I will be putting out one more video before I take a break, so look out for that sometime next week. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to crash the like button's wedding.
Motorboat? You play the motorboat? You motorboating son of a bitch, you old sailor, you!
Subscribe to the channel to help me grow and ring the bell to get notified every time a new video is born. With all that said and done, I'll see you on the next one, friends. Take care.